Good morning. Hello, everybody. This is Friday, June 2nd, and actually it's also National Donut Day. Who knew they had their own donut day, or their own day? But I think everything has their own day. You just have to wait long enough. I wanted to talk to you today about my Q&A with Oprah. And this kind of goes into the crazy, thing in my brain. At night, when I'm out walking the dog, I always play the game, what would Oprah ask me? Because I am sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I will be on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday. Don't ask me why I know that. I just know it. So I need to prepare for it. So I always play the game at night, what would Oprah ask me? And sometimes the questions carry over for a couple days because I don't know the answer. And last night Oprah asked me, well, what did I want to be when I was a child? What did I want to be when I grew up? And I thought, wow, that is a good question. So I had to reflect back, and I remember when I was very young, my parents, for some reason, moved out of one house and we moved in with my Aunt Betty for a couple months, and the whole family separated. I mean, I stayed with my parents because I was the youngest, but the rest of the siblings went elsewhere. And I remember being on a little toy red phone, and I would pretend I was foreclosing on people. I'd be yelling, if you can't pay your bills, then I'm going to take your house, and I'd slam down the phone, which kind of is a clue what was going on in my families. But my parents have since passed, and none of the kids ever asked. You would think we would have, but none of us would have. None of us ever asked what was going on. So then, go to about third grade. Back then, this is way before computers. We would do art class, and we were learning how to shade letters. And my art teacher's like, "Man, you're really good at seeing the different colors in that. You should be an artist." So I went home at night, and I was so excited. "Mom, my teacher says I should be an artist." She goes, "You have no artistic ability. Your sister has it all. Your grandma. My mom was very artistic. But you're not, so don't. That ship doesn't sail." Okay, so I get to 7th grade, and I'm a prolific writer. Love to write. And my English teacher all the time would be like, "Man," Mrs. Plummer would tell me, "Man, you should be a writer. You're so good at this." It'd be a one-page assignment I'd turn in for. So I go home, running home, "Mom, my English teacher says I should be a writer." And she says, "No, writers never make any money. Look at your Aunt Dolores. She writes book after book and submits it." And she'd write big, thick books by hand, or by typewriter back then. She submits it. She's never got a contract. You'll never make money. Don't write. Okay, so around the dinner table, my dad worked for the steel mills back then, and he had worked his way up from a steel man laborer all the way up into management. But he wasn't in upper management, and that seemed to create angst within my mother, because she would always be like, the people in upper management, they make the money. Now, back then, my dad made over $100,000 a year. Now, this was 1970s. So $100,000 a year for a guy with no education, I'll take that all day long. He was making serious money. But my mom, he wasn't professional. And I guess that was projected onto me. So I went into the military, et cetera, et cetera. So now I'm a CEO of a not-for-profit. I run a business. But as I'm pretending to talk to Oprah, I'm saying, but is that really who I am? Who am I really? Am I an artist? Am I a writer? Am I truly a businesswoman? Or is there something else? And I think if you follow these video blogs, and if you're not, you can jump over. They're always posted to my website, KarenBarno.com. Lately, the song Road Less Traveled, everywhere I go, I hear the poem, Robert Forrest, "Oh, you take the road less traveled, 2 roads diverge and pass, which one do you take?" And then the song, the country song Road Less Traveled, keeps popping in my head. So I looked at Oprah, because she's interviewing me, and said, I don't know, I guess I have to take the road less traveled, but what road is that? I don't know. And I'm not saying I'm at this as this big, spiritual challenge or this spiritual moment, and I'm about to change my life. I'm at a moment where I need to look around. And I think if you pay attention to the universe right now and the universal powers, I think everybody is reflecting right now. I think you see for the past couple of months, people have been in deep thoughts. And June is supposed to be the breakout, the awakening. June's an abundance. June's supposed to put it all together. So I look forward to that. But my question is, if Oprah interviewed you, what would she ask you, and what stumps you? I mean, this question of what did I really want to be when I grow up? I always say you know. You know who you are. You know why you do what you do. You know what's happened to you, but we bury it because to look at it causes pain, and we don't want pain. So I kind of look at it, I'm kind of like a painkiller. I will help you find it and heal it so you're not in pain, to make you happy, to help you be happy. Because living this life and not being happy why not be happy? Why not wake up in a day and look outside and say, oh my God, this is an amazing day. You need to be happy. And in order to be happy, you need to know who you are and really what you want to do. So I don't know. I have to, the conversation will continue between Oprah and I for a couple days until I find the answer of what did I really want to do when I was a child. I kind of have a feeling I wanted to be a writer. I kind of have that feeling that deep down, and I have written a book, Find Your Blue Rose, although I think it's out of print. I have written a book, and I am in a process of writing another one, but I never defined myself as a writer. When I wrote the book, and people would be like, you're an author, and it's actually in my bio, but I never embraced it because I never identified that's who I am. But maybe that is who I am. You know, I went to college, I have a business degree because that's where my parents pushed me. And I had to put myself through college. I paid my own way to get actually it's a marketing degree. I paid my own way. You know, my parents paid for my other siblings, but they didn't pay for mine because they really didn't think I was smart enough. And I know a lot of you can relate where people think you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough. You know, you have a speech impediment, therefore you must be special needs. So I paid my way through college, and I secretly chuckle because if I put my siblings' incomes together, I make more than them. So it does kind of make me laugh. I know, Mom, I shouldn't be chuckling, but it does make me laugh. I hope they don't watch these videos, that they probably don't. But you need to reconcile with who did you want to be when you grew up? Because in our child state, in our innocent, open-minded state, who did you want to be before our parents and our teachers and everybody around us put their imprint into our brain, into what they think we should do? I mean, I was always underestimated. I was always told you'll never be anything. I was always, well, I won't say the last person picked because I was athletic. I wasn't really good at sports, but I was athletic because I didn't like the, I'm more of a one-on-one sports person than the team thing. I'm more about, you know, I love golfing. I like just challenging myself. But, you know, who underestimated you and why? And sit down and ask yourself. If you're watching this, pause it and ask yourself, what did I want to do when I grew up? Who did I want to be when I grew up? And are you that person? Are you in that job? Because I think a lot of times we find we're not. We're not doing what we dreamt of doing. You know, we had to, especially as women, we had to chase the money. We had to have a job where we could be with our family. And I was blessed when we started Arizona Alpha and we had 20 members. I was able to work out of the house. I was able to leave at 3 o'clock and pick my daughter up and take her to McDonald's or take her and hang out with her. You know, and as the association grew, fortunately she grew with me, so it all worked out. But is this really me? And if it's not me, what part of this job is me? Obviously I was a team member that just walked in for the day. What part of this job is me and what part isn't? I think we all know the financials aren't me if you're paying attention, if you know me. Who are you? And if Oprah was interviewing you today and she asked you, what did you want to be when you grew up? What would your answer be? This discussion will be continued because I'm the type of person I have to find that answer. I'll have to meditate, I'll have to sit with the universe and find that answer because I don't know it. I'm really befuddled, so stand by. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, comment on my Facebook page, go over to my website, Karen Barno, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe because I need subscribers. If you're interested in reframing your childhood stories and transforming your life, on my Facebook page, click on Reframe Your Stories. It's on special for $47 until I think June 5th. So you might want to jump on that. It's, you know, it has videos, it has a workbook, It's really the path that I took on reframing my life. It's a master class. It will help you look within and heal what you need to heal to walk your path of power. I look forward to talking to you guys. Have a great weekend. As you know, I typically don't Facebook Live on the weekend. I think you guys need a break. And I'll talk to you Monday. Have a wonderful day. I hope everything goes well for you. Thanks. Bye-bye.